Next one is I want you to cut out alcohol, at least for 10 days. Ooh, I know this is a tough one for a lot of people. Cut out the alcohol just for a period of 10 days. Go dry for 10 days. If you can't stop drinking alcohol for a week and a half, that might tell you something. Might want to consider that. Alcohol, number one, affects your body's blood sugar and insulin levels up to 5 times more than eating large quantities of sugar, and there are lots of studies showing that. Alcohol also affects your hunger. Think about what happens when you have a couple of drinks. Do you get hungry for chicken and rice? Do you get hungry for sweet potatoes, oatmeal, eggs? Probably not. So be careful of alcohol's effect on your hunger. Cut out the alcohol. Cut it out for at least that 10-day period, and consider cutting it out for a longer period of time. Consider this as well. Alcohol impacts aging by impacting the insulin levels in the body. And insulin, high levels of insulin is the biggest culprit, one of the biggest culprits that we know of now that causes aging in the body. So control your insulin, control yourself, cut out the alcohol. Just another quick couple things about alcohol too. Another thing alcohol does is it inhibits what's called your protein synthesis. So you're not able to utilize the protein that you eat when you have alcohol in your system, which makes it harder for you to lose body fat. It also makes it harder for you to build muscle and strength if those are your goals. You never want to inhibit your protein synthesis anyway, because protein synthesis is an important part of digesting your food and absorbing the nutrients, most importantly the macronutrient protein. Another thing that alcohol does is it raises your cortisol levels. And if you know anything about cortisol, cortisol actually encourages fat storage. It also encourages eating your muscle tissue, so it encourages muscle loss. Alcohol also lowers testosterone and increases estrogen, which is not good for anyone, not women either, because you're using something that's artificial to increase your estrogen. Men, it's definitely not a good thing because men always want high testosterone, naturally high testosterone. Men do not want high estrogen. Alcohol needs to be processed in your liver. And when your liver is processing alcohol, it cannot also be processing and metabolizing fat. It can't do both at the same time. So drinking alcohol seriously affects your body's ability to burn fat for many different reasons. I would suggest if you're doing any kind of a challenge, if you're doing my 10-day challenge or my 30-day challenge or any kind of a fat loss or a muscle building or strength building program or any kind of a challenge or program like that, cut out the alcohol, at least for the time period that you're doing the challenge. And guess what? You may even notice that you feel really good when you're doing it. It's a little bit tough to do at first, but once you start, it gets a lot easier. Keep up with it.